guys, this is Savannah Britt, boywonder.com, and I'm here chilling with Will J.
How's it going?
Will, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So talk to me, I know you just dropped your EP, it was your first solo release called Will J. Tell me about that.
Well, it's called Will J because I couldn't think of a creative name.
Right? You're probably pondering for a while on that.
Yeah, I really had to think about it. No, it's awesome. It's, you know, it's 5 songs that I've slaved over for a few months now, and yeah, like you said, it's the first EP, so it feels like a good representation of who I am, you know, as an artist, and I'm just excited to put out more music, to be honest. I'm like ready for the next one.
That's awesome. So like, how was it making that transition from a very popular boy band to a solo release?
It was definitely a transition. You know, you go from a band to a solo artist and a lot of things change. You know, there's not 4 other people on stage with you, you know, you're by yourself most of the time, and also you don't have other opinions, which is a good and bad thing. Like, so like it's all me, you know, I have to think about everything, every aspect of the music and the production and what I really want to say, and so that was definitely a change at first, but it's been very gratifying for sure. And like, it's made me want to like trust my instincts more and realize that like, you know, I know what I'm doing.
That's awesome. So like with your solo release, you're writing,
yeah,
producing, singing?
It's like a co-production thing. Like
okay.
I'm not the one, I'm not gonna sit here and say like I know how to use Pro Tools, but like I'm definitely, it's my vision, you know, I know what instruments I want and I know what songs I want it to sound like and all that.
Okay, awesome. So tell me, you just came off of tour, how was that?
It was awesome. It was, you know, first tour as a solo artist, so again, definitely a shift, you know, being on stage and not having those people around you, but I got to play all the new songs, which was amazing. Awesome. Getting to see people that I haven't seen, you know, 2-3 years, you know, going to places in the country I haven't been to. So.
What was your favorite stop?
Ooh, honestly, Atlanta, Georgia. We played a little venue called the Masquerade.
Okay.
And that was like the venue where people, I could like, that was the first time I heard people actually like audibly singing my words, which was really cool. That was really cool.
I can only imagine that.
Yeah, that was cool.
People are singing my songs in their head too, but they just don't know.
I mean, I am right now.
So talk to me. So you're used to tour life. You've traveled across the country. You've even traveled across the world. A lot of people may or may not know this, but you were on The Voice China. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, that was just crazy. Amazing, but crazy. Just in all senses of the word, you know. And I'm sure it's not unique to just The Voice China, but like those shows, they put you through the ringer. Like there's so much rehearsal time and, you know, picking songs and doing interviews and press that you don't really see. And so it was a huge learning experience in like what it takes to really be, you know, in the music business and how much work goes into it. But again, it was amazing. And just the cultures are so different in American versus China. You know, I've been there a couple times growing up. You know, my mom is from China, born and raised, and so I went in the summers to visit her family and friends. But being there for, you know, the better part of 5 months was definitely like a shock culturally. But it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you have any like crazy fan experiences? Anybody like hiding out in the bushes, jumping from the side of the tour bus?
There was one girl after the show was starting, and my parents were with me because we were filming the performance, and this girl knocks on their door at the hotel and saying, "Is Will here?"
Mm-hmm.
And
with you?
So my mom was like, she like calls me and is like, "Hey, so they take her down to the lobby. They're like, "Hey, there's a girl that's here to meet you," and she seemed completely fine. And like I met her, super cool, and she had a friend with her, and it turns out the friend was a cop, and so she got access to who was staying in what room in the hotels, because as a police officer you can ask for that.
I mean, that's not like weird or anything? Or
no, I mean, it wasn't that. It was kind of like resourceful. I was almost like, you go. Like, you know.
She got a high five for that one?
Honestly, like, and she was super cool. Like, it wasn't like weird at all. But
that's awesome though.
That was definitely like a cool one. I mentioned this earlier, but there was, my first, you know, after the show was aired and I was on the show, you know, I got stopped a lot in the streets, and there was a boyfriend-girlfriend duo. And, you know, I was in a boy band before, so usually when a boyfriend-girlfriend duo comes up, you know, you assume the girlfriend's dragging the boyfriend to take a picture.
Yeah.
But the boyfriend and girlfriend were both equally excited to meet me, which was so funny. I was like, it was such a shock to me.
So like they both were fangirling?
Kind of.
That's awesome.
It was really awesome. That was definitely like a proud moment for me.
Proud moment when the couples are both fangirling.
Definitely.
Gotta love it. So that's awesome. So you've done so much. What's next for you?
What's next? Definitely more music.
More music.
I really want to put out more visuals for the songs I have on the EP, as well as, so a lot more music videos, definitely. And I want to tour. Like, being on this tour made me realize how much I miss that life and how much I love just, I almost feel like a nomad in a sense. Like, I want to spread my wings, and I want to go where they'll have me, anywhere.
Sure.
So just, I'm gonna keep hustling.
Awesome.
That's about it.
So also, another thing I wanted to ask you was, you have a really nice visual out now. It's called Gentleman.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
fancy,
so much.
looking all dapper.
Right? I put on a suit.
Yeah.
It's a rare occurrence.
So what went into making that song and visual? I loved it. You were dancing the whole time.
Thank you so much.
I would have to put my dancing shoes on, have, you know, that much endurance, like a whole video dancing. Props to you.
Thank you so much.
Talk to me about that video and what went into it.
Yeah, well, the song, Gentleman, I actually wrote it about my friend, who is a girl, not girlfriend. She was complaining to me about her boyfriend and saying, like, oh, he's so lame, like, he won't, you know, text me in the morning or at night, and he's not attentive, and he doesn't, you know, take me to fancy places, or, you know, just complaining about him. And so I wrote this song as a kind of a way to cheer her up and be like, hey, there's still good guys out there. Yeah. You know, don't fret. So that's what the song was about. And then with the video, as soon as I wrote the song, I immediately kind of pictured like a first date. You know, when I write songs now, I definitely I kind of, there's a visual aspect to it. And so I had a first date. You know, you start at the house, you work your way to a diner, and you work your way back. And the song has, you know, a retro kind of 50s inspired sound. And so I thought it'd be cool to kind of allude to like that old Hollywood era of dancing, you know, the Fred Astaire's and the Gene Kellys. And so that's the video, and it was, I just couldn't be happier with how it turned out. Like, it feels like such a great representation of what I am, you know,
I think so.
as an artist, and feels like the first one that like really defines like what I want to do. So that's awesome. Just couldn't be happier with it, and I appreciate the kind words.
For sure, I love that video.
Thank you. What's up, guys? This is Will J, and you're watching BoyWonder.com.